Greetings of the day, students. Today we are going to take our next chapter of our literature book, Honeydew. We have already done this. Very big waves are coming. They are called tsunamis. So let's start. Before telling you something about this chapter, I would like to show you some pictures. As you can see on the screen, there are beautiful sea beaches. You can see 4 pictures on the screen and they all are very beautiful. You can see in first picture there are boats and there is an island. Second is also an island, or you can say a coastal area where huts are made. In the third, a city is situated near sea side, and third is also a sea cottage, or you can say a sea place of cottages which are made on seas, and people generally goes to these places for recreation, to remove their tiredness, because we people are very busy in our day-to-day life, and whenever we want to feel nature we go to these places. But how tsunami is related to all these pictures? Let's understand the term tsunami first. What is tsunami? A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquake under the sea. It is caused by earthquake, volcanoes and landslide under the sea. So what we have understood, tsunamis are very huge and disastrous waves that takes place in sea. And what are the causes? Causes are volcano eruption, landslide and earthquake undersea. As we all know that undersea at very deep there is earth only. Okay, so I want to show you all these causes by pictures. You can see very first picture, you can see that red dot is there, that is a magnetic earthquake. The land is there. Okay, whenever earthquake comes, it creates a motion in water and waves becomes very high, and this way they become they gives birth to the tsunami waves. Second picture, you can say a landslide, or you can say any because of the earthquake it happens. In third picture you can see there are 3 causes. First is landslide, second is volcano eruptions. There are many volcanoes which are still under the sea, but it doesn't mean that water is at the top, there is no lava or magma under earth. It's still there. When it is when volcano erupts, it's create a it gives birth to the tsunami waves. And third cause is whenever any big asteroid hit the surface of water, it creates very huge waves. They are called tsunamis. So I hope now you have understood what are tsunamis. You have seen the beautiful picture of seaside. Now you have understood what tsunamis are. Now let's have a look of these pictures. You can see on the screen there are 2 pictures. In the very first picture, you can see the huge waves are taking place due to tsunami. In the second picture, you can notice the disaster caused by these disastrous waves. The destruction is caused by these waves. Now see the picture number third. Everything, whenever these waves comes and hit the land, they swept everything with them, whether cars, trees, houses, animals, human beings, they take everything with them. And whatever it is beautifully built once, they can change it into a heap of junkyard. They can turn everything into garbage. You can see in the fourth picture. Let's have a look of next 2 pictures. You can see the third, fifth number picture. You can see the waves are, tsunami waves are coming, and the destruction, it is shown in the picture number 6. Now you can imagine what we are going to study today, the disaster. And when these type of disaster takes place, they destroy our life. And at that time, what we need to do, at that time we should work with our senses. We should be very careful. We should be very we should show our bravery. Okay, now we will see. So this is the introduction. This is the story about or events about the tsunami waves which has taken place which had taken place in 2004. The tsunami waves affected Thailand and some part of India, that are two islands, Andaman and Nicobars. Okay, so introduction. This part gives us some important and inspiring incidents. These occurred when tsunami hit some part of India on December 26, 2004. The stories are from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So what these stories are telling us, these stories recounts the bravery and quick thinking at that particular time when you are facing these type of disaster. What type of action people have taken that time to save themselves or to save others. Let's start. So very first story we are going to read about unfortunate Ignatius. This is a person. He was the first story is about Ignatius, the manager of a cooperative society. His wife woke him at 6 a.m. sensing some earthquake. Ignatius put the television on the ground to save it from the quake. Then all the members of the family rushed out. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. This caused them confusion. They ran, but in opposite direction. His wife was swept away. Her two children, along with her father and brother, were also lost. Thus Ignatius lost his wife, two children, his father-in-law, and brother-in-law in tsunami. So this was this like a brief story about Ignatius, that how he his destiny proved himself an unfortunate person. Like he was sleeping that time when his wife sensed some shaking, ground shaking, and when she woke him up, he was little bit careful. Like if the tremors are coming, he should be careful about the things, but he was not having any idea what kind of disaster is going to take place. He was like at the starting he was worried about his TV and things at the home, but when they came out of the house and they saw the huge waves, they were nervous, and they started running in the opposite direction. Means they were started running toward the waves, not opposite of it. But when the waves came and the waves swept away his wife, his two children, he lost his wife, his two children, grandfather, brother-in-law, and he lost his family. The next story we are going to read about brave Sanjeev. Sanjeev was a policeman. He managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter. Then he heard the cries for help. Those were from John's wife. John was guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to save her. They both were swept away and drowned. So this was the story, and this is about Sanjeev, brave Sanjeev. He was a police man, and he was able to save his wife and daughter, but he could not save himself and the person he wanted to save. And in the honor of these, to honor these person, to honor these policemen, they have been paid a homage at Delhi, as you can see in the picture. Next story we will read about Fortunate Meghna. Like in these incidents of tsunami, few people they were fortunate, like Ignatius, he was unfortunate, but Meghna's destiny proved herself a fortunate person. How? Meghna was 13 years old. She was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She held on to a wooden door and kept floating on it for 2 days. She was brought to the shore by a wave and saved. Like Meghna and her family, they were also swept away by the waves, but along with the 77 person, they kept on floating, swim in the water. They just took a help of a wooden door, and they kept on. They remained in the water for 2 days, but finally, destiny proved fortunate for themselves, and they could save themselves. Next is tragedy of Almas. Almas was 10 years old. The family was sleeping, but her father had woken up. He saw the water receding after the tremors. He knew it would come back with great force. He woke everyone, trying to rush to a safer place. As they ran, his father fell down. Alma's father rushed to help them. Then came a big wave and swept them both away. Her mother and aunts were washed away too. They were swept away with the tree they were holding on to. Almaz saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it. Then she fainted. She woke up in a hospital in Kamorta. So this was the tragedy of Almas. She was a girl of 10 years old, and they were sleeping when tsunami took place. But in that incident, she lost her whole family, her grandfather, her father, her mother, her aunts. But she was able to save her life, as she got a log of wood and she hold it, and she kept on floating, and at last when she got her senses, she was in the hospital. So now we'll have some story. These were the story from Andaman Nicobar, Indian island. Now we'll have some story about from Thailand. Uh, First of all, you can see these pictures. Just see these two pictures very carefully. These two pictures of a same beach, but you can see changes in both the pictures. Like the smaller picture is of a calm beach, is a normal beach, but when tsunami is about to take place, you can see the changes in water. There are lots of foam, and you can see the waves. They are rushing with lots of foam, and they are creating whirlpools. So what happened in Thailand? Tilly Attlee's family had come to Thailand from England to celebrate Christmas. So Tilly was a British student. She was a student of geography, and for Christmas celebration they came to Thailand. And it was December 26th. She was standing with her family on the beach. Tilly and her mother, Penny Smith, both saw the water swelling. Swelling means earlier water was normal, but gradually it was getting thicker and thicker and higher and higher. The beach was getting smaller with every moment. As you can see in the smaller picture, you can see the brown beach is very big, but in the second picture it is almost covered by water. The beach was getting smaller and smaller every moment. They saw the sea making whirlpools. You can see there the circles, whirlpool. Now the what happened then? They started seeing this bad signs. Tilly's mother was not alarmed by these signs. As Tilly's mother, she was not aware with the sign of tsunami. Tilly remembered the video that her geography teacher had shown in the class 2 weeks before. It occurred To her that these were the sure sign of tsunami, she screamed and asked her family to go off the beach. When she started noticing all these signs she has learned in the classroom in the video about what are the symptoms or what are the signs nature gives before a disaster or before tsunami, she started shouting and she started warning her family to go off the beach. The mother did not sense anything terrible. She, however, felt that her daughter must be right. Her mother didn't notice anything wrong, but she could feel that if her daughter is fearful and she's shouting, there must be something. So they left the beach. Tilly the Savior. You can see at the corner, this is the real picture of the girl Tilly from British who went to Thailand for the celebration and saved lots of people with her intelligence. Tilly the Savior. Tilly's parents took her and her sister to the swimming pool at the hotel. Many other also felt the beach with them, left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come after them. The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. The buildings withstood the force of the tsunami. If they had stayed on the beach, they would have been dead. Like when Tilly warned them, if like they started running, and other people also saw them running and shouting, other people also followed them. They went to the hotel, and instead of remaining at a ground place, they just went to the higher storage, and the building was strong and it could bear the strength of tsunami. This way Tilly was able to save her family along with lots of people. Now this is the third section of your chapter. Like, we are human beings and we are well developed. We have still we have lots of equipment. We have lots of like atom bombs. We have the destructive power, but whenever nature comes to its destructive form, we are helpless. And as animals are pure hearted, they are totally dependent on nature. So nature has given them a sense by which they can feel that something wrong is going to take place. So this is the reason animals have a sixth sense. Whenever they feel such kind of tragedy or such kind of disaster is going to take place, they immediately rush toward the safer places. And the same thing happened when tsunami took place in 2004. Animal sense. Some people believe that animals possess a sixth sense. Tsunami killed 1,50,000 people, but only a few animals died. In Yala National Park in Sri Lanka, 60 visitors were washed away, but only 2 animals died. In the same park, people had observed 3 elephants run away the beach an hour before the tsunami hit. A man on the coast near Kale in Sri Lanka had 2 dogs. On that fatal day of tsunami, they refused to go to the beach with their master. So the master too stayed back. Thus the dogs had saved his life also. So like dogs also, we all know that dogs are very fond of going out, but as they could sense something bad is going to happen, they denied to go to step out of the house, and because of that master also didn't go out of the house, and this way he was able to save his life. So this was our chapter, the summary, and I hope that you have well understood now. Again, as it was a revision, I'll share the question answer and word meaning. You have to do all those things in your fair notebook. Thank you, class.